yes, I have an open mind. Very nice, because sometimes, you know, people come with terrible prejudices and it will be difficult. So you are very welcome, and as I am actually a historic item myself, so I'll tell you a few words about 1940. Estonia had been independent for 22 years, but on the 17th of June 1940, the Soviet army crossed our border and we were occupied again. Why? Well, of course, it would be nice to say in fun that we are such nice people, that we have always been wanted by all our neighbors, but actually, of course, it was the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, the amendment to the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact that divided all these countries between Germany and the Soviet Union. Our government was a bit naive. Well, we signed an agreement with the Soviet Union that we allowed them into some bases on the coast. And that was why the border was open, to let some of the troops in. Bad for the people, because soon Estonia arranged elections. Of course, the Soviet press called them free elections. Actually, nobody was allowed to become a candidate. I know one gentleman who fought to the bitter end, who said that I am also a candidate from my parish. But, well, this was, he couldn't be elected, so Estonia got a Soviet government. And it took only a month when Estonia was, well, taken into the friendly brotherhood of Soviet republics. So it was on the 6th of August. But the most horrible event that explains why so many Estonians emigrated in 1944, when the Soviet army was approaching the country again, was that in June, well, on the 14th of June, there was a very big deportation. 10,000 people, the majority of them women, old people, and children, were deported in cattle wagons to Siberia. Very often, ordinary tourists ask me, how did they know who to take? And we have even met tourists, especially from Sweden, that has enjoyed such peaceful times, who ask, why didn't you call the police? Really and truly. So it shows that for the free country, for free people, it's terribly difficult to understand what actually happened here. It was quite well organized. It happened in one night. Just before that, Estonian army officers who were all at their summer camp were arrested and taken away, taken to Russia, to camps where most of them were either shot or perished. So, as I say, they were the military men's families, they were the big property owners' families, they were the police, the government members who were taken during the first deportation. So, but still, they were considered to be, as it was termed, people's enemies. So you need to know it, because probably not you. As you said, you have an open mind, okay. But sometimes it has to be emphasized. Especially some groups of people ask how could Estonian join SS. Well, this is one of the things. What had happened to them in 1940, 1941 was so bad that they really didn't, well, to choose between the two bad things. And if you excuse me, I told you I am historical myself, so that's why you know what elderly people are like. They are going back to their own memories. I would like just to close it up, to quote my mother, who was a rather good history teacher, till she was dismissed as people's enemy, of course. But she always said, when it was asked, well, how could you prefer Germans to Russians or fascists to Soviets? Her answer was, would you prefer bubonic plague or smallpox? So with that, I would like to finish. I'll gladly answer all the questions afterwards.
One battalion. Must be Estonian. Yeah.
This is one of the Estonians that fought in Finland in the continuation war. He has an M2830 rifle for a Russian sling. Estonian cockade.
And that's actually the second variation of Panzerfaust, or tank fist. There's another one that's only like this big. You get about the same.
But see what's so interesting about
Actually, Estonian
Where they got their hands on them. They must have dug this one up somewhere.
this was the cabin these guerrilla fighters were in.
You forgot the rain. The rain's coming.